CTV News, Vancouver Island Report.
Good evening. A dangerous sex offender is being released from prison tomorrow, and he'll be moving to the Comox Valley. RCMP have taken the rare step of issuing a public warning about the man out of concern that he could re-offend. As CTV's Gord Kurbis reports, the man has a criminal history of targeting both women and men.
Mr. Wilson has a criminal record that includes robbery and sex-related offenses.
It's the first time Comox Valley RCMP have ever had to issue this type of public interest notification, warning the community a high-risk sex offender will be living amongst them beginning tomorrow.
We feel that the entire community needs to be aware of this gentleman, and that's why we're making sure that we tell everyone, because he's got access to vehicles, he can walk, he can bike, so we want to make sure that the entire community is aware of this gentleman.
Police say 33-year-old Adrian Julian Wilson, a First Nations man who has a string of convictions for robbery and sexual-related offenses, will be released from federal corrections tomorrow. He's coming to the Comox Valley because he has family here.
Probation Services Correctional, and we are aware of where he is residing, and we do have plans in place to monitor his behavior.
Wilson's offenses took place in Chilliwack, Powell River, and Abbotsford, as well as here in the Comox Valley, where he previously lived. He's being released under several restrictions, including being ordered to stay away from any weapons and previous victims. He also has to stay away from drugs and alcohol and the places that sell them. Any sexual or close relationships with either men or women must also be reported to his bail supervisor.
Are they going to keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't go out at night and stuff like that?
Today, members of the public we spoke with on the streets of Courtenay didn't seem too concerned with his presence, as long as police keep a close eye on him.
It's a good thing to notify the public. I don't think he should get released, and I hope he's released in custody, or he's got the little band around the leg.
But he's got to live somewhere, and this is from whence he came, so it seems like a reasonable place for him to live.
In situations like this where RCMP are releasing information to the public, even they must abide by certain restrictions. For example, they're not allowed to tell members of the public exactly where Wilson will be living. But they say neighbors in his area should clue into the fact he's there, just judging from their increased police presence.
There will be a group of dedicated officers checking on him and making sure that he is abiding by those conditions that he's been placed on to ensure the safety of the public.
Anyone seeing Adrian Wilson violating any of his conditions shouldn't approach him, but should immediately call 911. Gord Kurbis, CTV News, Courtenay.